Donald Trump is at it again. He's dragging India into his election campaign. And as always with Trump, it's a mixed bag. Sometimes he's all praises, sometimes he's insulting. We have seen both recently. The former president appeared on a podcast this week. He was asked about his equation with world leaders, and Trump zoned in on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He even mimicked the Prime Minister. Listen to this.
He's the nicest human being. But we had a couple of occasions where somebody was threatening India. I said, let me help. I'm very good with those people. Let me help. I will do it. I will do it. Then I will do anything necessary. We've defeated them for hundreds of years.
Like I said, all praises. He called the Prime Minister of India a great friend, someone who will do anything to defend India. Cut to Thursday, Trump was in Detroit. This time he was criticizing India. He called India the biggest charger of tariffs, even bigger than China.
A 200% tariff. Brazil is a big charger. The biggest charger of all is India. India is a very big charger. They probably charge as much. I mean, I think they probably charge more than, in many ways, China. But they do it with a smile, you know, they do it.
A couple of things to note here. First is the policy bit. Trump is promising tit-for-tat tariffs. Suppose India charges 50% on whiskey imported from the US, then America will hike its tariffs too. That is what Trump is promising. Secondly, the political bit. We often dismiss Trump's remarks as Trump being Trump. But beyond a point, it's not funny. In 2020, he called India tariff king. Last month, he called India an abuser of tariffs. This is coming from a former US president, possibly the next US president too. So such comments can affect perceptions about India. It can harm India's trade prospects. And beyond that, it's simply not true. Trump likes to paint the world as black and white, but this issue is more complicated. If you look at the average tariffs, he's right. India's average is 17%. America charges just 3.3%. South Korea is 13%. China is 7.5%. But these numbers hide a lot of nuances. Take tobacco, for instance. The US charges 350% tariff on certain types of tobacco and 100% on European chocolate and cheese. Is that not tariff abuse? Another example is Japan. They charge, and listen to this, 778% tariff on imported rice. Why? To protect their own rice farmers. Is that not tariff abuse? The fact is, India is simply looking out for itself. New Delhi says all tariffs are within limits set by the World Trade Organization. What's more, India has signed multiple FTAs. That's free trade agreements. These are deals to eliminate or lower tariffs. India has signed 14 FTAs since independence. And the US? Exactly the same, 14. Does that sound like a tariff abuser or a tariff king? You see, these are sensitive issues, topics that must be handled with mature diplomacy. But Trump is doing the opposite. He goes public first, puts pressure on the other side, and if it doesn't work, he threatens them. In a nutshell, that is Trump's diplomacy. So if he wins, what does it mean for India? Well, not a lot will change. Trump has promised to raise tariffs on imports, in some cases to 100%, but India's economy is mostly dependent on the domestic demand. Exports make up just 13% of our GDP. In China, they make up 25%. So India won't be as affected as others. But there's a larger point to be made here. We don't need Donald Trump or any foreign leader to validate India's credentials, whether it's on trade or foreign policy or defense. He is a politician at the end of the day. He will praise India on Monday and trash India on Wednesday. Both should not affect us as a country. We can fact check his claims, we can criticize his opinion, but we can't hold on to his words as the gospel truth. That's the hallmark of a confident society.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election, explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained. Every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.